2087. 80 May 1 midnight. I was lying in the game cabin staring at the countdown overhead. A black and gold light suddenly appeared. I was standing in a wasteland. Block sky is dark. In the distance there stood a dark tower piercing the cloud. I touched the wall. The rough touch is real to the extreme. This game claims to be 99.9 realistic. Sure enough, it lives up to its name. I am Lu Chen, an ordinary social animal. The principle of playing games is to be able to lie down and win. Never hard. I opened the forum, selected the warrior profession according to the strategy. Fill up your strength. Character creation is successful. The evaluation of combat power is impressive. The system suddenly pops up a prompt. No, it is GUI. Detected abnormal player consciousness fluctuation. Thought. The hidden protocol. Congratulations on obtaining the only legendary talent, time and space reversal. The whole space is frozen back by me. I tried to take 2 steps. The footsteps are particularly clear in the freeze space. Space-time. Reversal effect. Initial duration, 3 seconds. I'll extend with the improvement of mental strength. System remarks. You are a bug in this world. Please keep it a secret. I stared at the panel for 3 seconds. I pinched my thigh hard. 3 seconds is too short. I haven't stepped out of 5 meters yet. The space is back in operation. No one noticed the abnormality just now. I knew at that moment I won the bet. The next half hour I got through the Novice village layout. I thought to myself, I know what to. Uneven behavior. Can you do? In 3 seconds. Is it enough for me to touch things quietly? I walked to the potion booth. Pretend to look at the goods. A hand quietly reached for the red potion. Turn on space-time reversal. Space freeze. I quickly grabbed the potion and stuffed it into my backpack. 3 seconds to complete. Stall owner continued to greet the guests. I didn't find any shortage of goods. A heartbeat. I pretended to be calm and left. I really can. Within 3 days, the big ticket. I went through all the most valuable items at the stalls. The next day, I touched into the warehouse area. We take advantage of the gap between the guards. Turning around. Crazy. Sweeping. Day 3. I trigger the hidden task. I directly turned on the space time reversal lock. Mission accomplished. I got the hidden class change item. Time or 3 days later. My combat power evaluation from NC become mid something level 4. I left the Novice village. Teleport to the treasure city of dawn. I found a tavern and sat down. Listen to the conversations around you. Someone is discussing that there is a weird person in the Novice village. Clear all hidden missions. I opened the leaderboard and glanced at it. The first emperor on the divine list. The first sword dust on the ranking list. And I. Level 18, ranked 5th. That's okay. I have a time of empty beads. I was about to find a quiet place to change jobs. Someone patted me on the shoulder. Look back. It is a young man wearing a purple gold mage robe. Xiao. Yi. God. Ranked 49. He claimed to be the young owner of the Long Ten Consortium. Not a Wangtang Consortium. Want to team up with me, he said. That the real battlefield is the secret realm of the end of the world. Half a month later, there is legendary equipment inside. I was silent for 3 seconds. Agreed. But anyway, a person brushes is also a brush. It's also good to bring a rich second generation as a backing. 3 days. I figured out the details of Xiao. It was full of level 30 shadow wolf monsters. I opened the way to reverse time and space. Crushed all the way. Finally, encounter the hidden boss. Giant shadow wolf. I hit 10 consecutive hits in 3 seconds and killed directly. The next day, he took me to the auction house. Million took a time-space attribute cape and gave it to me. I looked at what he handed me. He said he just wanted to find a reliable teammate. His brother stared at his inheritance. I took the skill book. Direct learning. Tell him that his business will be mine. 10 days later, my power ranking is in the top 10. Xiao Yi also rose to level 40. That night, he told me that there were still 3 days left to enter the secret realm. His brother has already spoken. You have to get rid of him with your own hands in the secret realm. I didn't answer. There's a lot of nonsense when you pick up your wine glass. Drink and how still. The secret realm of the end of the world opens. Hundreds of millions of players enter the secret realm through the teleportation array. Xiao Yi and I realized something was wrong as soon as we landed. We are transported to a separate space. In the middle stood a person who was ranked 11th on the list of gods. Thunder and fire. God, Xiao Sifi. He sneered at the corner of his mouth, said that my father said who survived this secret realm. The wall of fire collapsed after he disappeared. Rolling heat waves and thunder are coming. Xiao Yi said, sorry, I'm sorry to hurt you. I ignored him. Directly open the space-time reversal observation. Thunderfire purgatory is full of thunderfire monsters. I left a sentence. Run with me. Rushed out. The temperature is as high as 100 degrees. I turn on the plane shield. What? No, on the plane shield. The black gold streamer jumped on the surface of the body. I opened the way in time and space. Time and space dodge. Time and space cracked and exploded. 10 minutes later, we arrived at the first ruined stone hall. Xiao, he collapsed on the ground, panting like a cow. I said that if you want to report to the best, you will become stronger, pointing to the teleportation array deep in the stone hall. He said that it was the second floor. He gritted his teeth and stood up and dared. The second level is called frozen snow. Just stepped in and the cold wind is biting. Sudden, a cold light hit. I dodged sideways. An ice blade flew past my ear. A young man in his own robe walked out of the depths of the snowy region, surrounded by 6 ice ridges. The 7th on the god list. Guyan said who? He said, it's just our lineup. He also dared to enter the second level of the secret realm of the end of the world. I said, get out of the way, otherwise I will kill you. The moment he burst into laughter, I turned into a space-time light and slashed down from behind. The 6 ice ridges instantly formed a shield and were shattered. He flew backwards. He got up and looked at me in disbelief. 12 ice ridges rotated wildly. I appeared directly in front of him. A punch hit his stomach with the power of time and space. He spat out a mouthful of blood and fell to the ground. Asked me in horror what skill it was. I came down and patted him on the face. Say now, give you 2 options. He was silent for 3 seconds. Said to mess with you. I told him that he would be the 5th brother in the future. He asked why it was the 5th brother. He got up and said that he knew where the hidden profession change props on the 2nd floor were. There is a frozen temple deep in the snowy realm. Whole body is made of ice. The gate is carved with ancient patterns. Guyan said that it was the location of the ice system. Transfer props. Just about to push the door, a violent fist wind blasted. The person who came was a 15 or 16-year-old boy. A punch blasted the temple gate out of the big hole. He was ranked 4th on the divine list. Factory. He said that he was going to decide on the ice system. Transfer props. Rushed directly towards Guyan. Guyan did not dare to insist on answering. The Iron Bull turned around and rushed towards me. Xiao Yi was so frightened that his legs were weak, and he asked me to run quickly. I didn't run. Time and space flash. I instantly turned into a space-time light and appeared behind him. Time and space exploded. He ran along to stabilize his figure. He smiled and said he could hurt him. He was fierce under his feet. A whole person shot like a cannonball. I didn't have time to turn on the space-time reversal and could only dodge. I took out the best potion of mental strength from my backpack. Followed 10 bottles in one go. He was dumbfounded and said I was cheating. I turned on the time and space reversal, transformed into space-time light, and appeared behind him. The space-time rift exploded on the back of his head. After 10 cycles, he finally got injured. The corners of his mouth were bleeding, but his eyes became more and more crazy. I took a deep breath. Turn on the last space-time reversal. Infuse all your spiritual power into time and space cracking. Took 5 steps back and stood firmly, looking down at the scorched marks on his chest. After 3 seconds of silence, he said, "You win." I asked him if he was interested in hanging out with me. "What do I feel? What if you will be stuttering? How dark are you?" He looked at me and said, "Yes, I'll call you Big Brother." The light of the teleportation array dissipated. We appear in a dense forest. Yan said that this is the 3rd layer of the poisonous fog-dense forest. The mist is toxic. I turned on the space-time reversal observation. The radius of 10 miles is full of fog. Countless monsters lurk. I took out a handful of phosphor from my backpack, sprinkle evenly on the 4 people. Walked for half an hour. There was a sound of fighting ahead. I turned on the space-time reversal observation. His teammates were obviously brought in as cannon fodder. Was soon photographed in white. Xiao gritted his teeth. "We get out of the woods." Xiao Yi said with a complicated face that the teleportation scroll was 5 million. I patted him on the shoulder and said, "Let's go. There will be opportunities in the future." Out of the poisonous fog forest in front of you is a huge volcano. Smoke rises from the crater. What you? Lu Yan said that this is the 4th layer of the lava cave. The monsters are all level 60 or higher. 10 minutes walk. A level 70 lava giant appeared in front of him, guarding a treasure chest. I turned on the space-time reversal and went around behind it. Time and space, cracking and explosion, are fully open. The damage numbers floated. 3 hours later, the lava giant fell with a bang. My rating went from 35 to 38. Xiao Yi opened the box. There was a thunder spirit bead inside, a skill book, and a lava sword. The thunder spirit orb is a job change item for the hidden profession, Thunderlaw. Xiao used it directly without saying a word. He raised his hand and fired a thunderball that exploded in mid-air, turning into a thunderstorm covering a radius of 10 meters. He laughed excitedly, said that if you follow the eldest brother, you don't have to worry about not having good equipment. The 5th level is a wasteland. In the center stands a huge dawn ruin. Yan said that there is a hidden boss on this floor. After killing, you can get legendary equipment. We go inside the ruins. On the high platform at the end of the hall was a treasure chest that emitted golden light. Just walk to the center of the hall. The surroundings lit up. Out of 8 level 65 golden armor dawn guards must be killed at the same time, or it will respawn. I took out the trapped flag from the Novice village from my backpack, inserted in 8 direction. It is said that 1 person kills 2 people in 3 seconds. I turn on the time and space reversal, transformed into space time light to shuttle between the 8 guards. Each head suffered a space-time crack. 3 seconds to complete. 8 guards lost 1/3 of their blood at the same time. The Iron Bull rushed up and punched one by one. Yan said that the ice prism technique froze 2. Oh, Xiao Yi burned 2 to death. I cracked the last 2 in space-time. 8 gods died at the same time. Transformed into golden light and flew towards the treasure chest. The chest opens. Lying inside was a legendary holy sword. Increases damage to spirit-type monsters by 200. 801 needs it. I put it in my backpack and said to keep it for now. The 6th layer is a bloody plain. The smell of blood fills the air. Yan said that there is only 1 boss on this floor. The 3rd slaughter on the god list. The words just fell. A blood-colored figure fell from the sky, wearing blood-red battle armor, hands covered with blood-colored scales. He smiled and said that I was the first to reach this floor alive. Fight him. He let us go. If he won, the Iron Bull rushed up and punched out. A mad slaughter does not dodge or dodge. The Iron Bull flew out and spat out a mouthful of blood. Yan fired a salvo of 12 ice edges, brushed by the mad butcher. Xiao Yi thunder and fire covered the blood. Light on the slaughter's body became brighter and brighter. I turned on the space time reversal and went around behind him. Time and space, cracking and explosion, are fully open. Damage numbers floated over his head. He touched the back of his head and said it hurt. After 10 cycles, he finally started to hurt. The corners of his mouth were bleeding, but his eyes were crazy. I was exhausted and collapsed on the ground. He walked up to me and looked at me condescendingly. He was the first to say that I could injure him at level 35. He stretched out his hand and said to get to know one crazy slaughter. His real name is Zhantian. I held his hand and said, Lu Chen said that both the Emperor of Yuhuang and Jian Chen had mentioned me. Say, I'm the only one who can get them to take it seriously. He waved his hand and said that the 7th floor was Jian Chen's territory. That guy wasn't as talkative as he was. I nodded and said, thank you. The 7th floor is a starry sky. At the foot is a transparent platform. It seems to be suspended in space. Yuan said that the boss on this floor is the 2nd sword dust on the god list. A figure in white fell from the sky, holding a simple long sword. The sword body flowed with starlight. He said he had been waiting for me for a long time. I want to see interesting people who have seen the slaughter. He said it was simple. Take his sword. He picked up his sword and waved it. Sword light was as fast as lightning. My time and space flash. The 2nd sword is faster. It brushed my shoulder and left a blood stain. The 3rd sword, the starlight on the sword, was abundant, faster than the first 2 swords combined. I didn't have time to flash in time and space. Directly turn on the space time reversal and go around to his back, and the space-time crack is fully opened. At the end of 3 seconds, he remained motionless. The sword light has been cut down. Oh no, I was swept away and flew out and spat out a mouthful of blood. He turned around and said that my skill can reverse time for 3 seconds. But 3 seconds is not enough.